And the question echoes in your mind, why? And the question echoes in your mind, why is this happening? What am I doing wrong? You feel a mix of anger, embarrassment, and deep, deep worry. I want you to know, you are not alone, and you are not a bad parent. In this video, I'm going to give you a surprisingly simple, counterintuitive method to stop hitting and biting, a method you can use the very next time it happens. But to make it work, you have to understand the number one mistake most loving parents make, an error that actually makes the aggression worse over time. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn will change how you see these difficult moments forever. First, let's get one thing straight. Your toddler is not a tiny villain. They don't hit or bite because they are mean or malicious. They do it because their brain is literally under construction. The prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain in charge of things like impulse control, problem-solving, and empathy, is the last to develop. When your child is overwhelmed with a big feeling, like frustration, anger, or even overexcitement, that logical part of their brain goes completely offline. They are running on pure emotion. Hitting, biting, or pushing is not a planned attack. It is a desperate, non-verbal form of communication. It's their way of screaming, "I have a feeling that's too big for my body and I don't have the words to tell you what's wrong. So I want you to release the guilt." This is a normal, though very challenging stage of development. Your job isn't to punish the behavior away. Your job is to be their coach, to teach them a better way to handle those huge emotions. Let's start with the big mistake, the reaction that feels so natural but only pours fuel on the fire. That reaction is punishment. When a child hits and you respond with a loud, angry, "No, we do not hit," or a quick swat on their hand, or by immediately sending them to a timeout, you are escalating the situation. You are meeting their out-of-control emotional state with your own big, dysregulated emotion. This doesn't teach self-control, it teaches fear. It also sends a deeply confusing message. You are essentially modeling that when you're upset, using a loud voice or physical force is an acceptable way to solve problems. Your child's brain doesn't process the nuance. It just sees that bigger people can use aggression to get what they want. The message they receive isn't, "Hitting is wrong," it's, "I can't hit, but you can." This is the cycle we must break. The first step of our new method is to take one deep breath and consciously decide to do the opposite of what your instincts might be screaming at you to do. The second you see the hit, or feel the bite, your first physical move is counterintuitive. Do not stand over them. Do not point a finger. Your first move is to get smaller. Immediately drop down to their physical level. If you're standing, kneel. If you're sitting, turn your body to face them fully. This simple physical act does two incredibly powerful things. First, it instantly makes you less threatening. When a child is in a fight-or-flight state, a large figure looming over them only increases their sense of danger. Getting low signals safety. Second, it positions you for connection. It says, "I am here with you in this feeling, not against you." You don't have to say a word yet. Just your calm, grounded physical presence begins the process of de-escalation. You are becoming the anchor in their emotional storm. Before you correct their behavior, you have to connect with the child who is struggling. This is the foundation of the entire method. Get low, get quiet, and just be present for 5 seconds. Now that you are on their level, it's time to use the magic phrase. And that phrase is not, "Stop it," or "Don't do that." The magic phrase is simply naming the emotion you see. You become their emotional mirror. Look at them with a soft face and say, "You are so angry right now," or "Wow, you seem really frustrated." This technique is called emotional labeling, and it is a superpower. For a child who is drowning in a feeling they don't understand, hearing you give it a name is like throwing them a life raft. It helps their developing brain start to make sense of their internal world. It validates their experience, telling them that it's okay to feel what they are feeling, even if the action that came from it was not okay. For example, if they hit their brother who took a toy, you would say, "You are furious that he took your car. I see that on your face." You are connecting with the feeling, not condoning the hit. This shows empathy and builds trust, making them far more receptive to the correction that comes next. This next step is absolutely crucial. Connection does not mean you are permissive. You must stop the unsafe behavior. While you are validating their feelings, you are also holding a firm, clear, and calm boundary. This is not done with anger. It's done with quiet confidence. You can gently but firmly take their hands and say, "I won't let you hit. Hitting hurts." Or if they are biting, you might move their head away gently and say, "Teeth are not for biting people. I am keeping my body safe." Notice the language. You are using I statements. "I won't let you. I am keeping my body safe." This is very different from a shaming you statement, like, "You are being bad." You are the safe leader who is in control, but you are not being a punisher. Your tone should be as neutral as a weather report, calm, factual, and non-negotiable. The message is simple. All of your feelings are welcome. Not all of your behaviors are welcome. This teaches them that you can love them and accept their emotions, while still saying no to their actions. A child's aggression is always communication. It's your job to be the detective and figure out what they are trying to say. Once you have named the emotion, try to verbalize the unspoken need or the problem that triggered them. This shows them that you truly understand. Think about what happened right before the hit. Did another child snatch their toy? You could say, "You wanted to keep playing with the blue truck. It's hard when someone takes it." Were they struggling to build a tower that kept falling? You could say, "You worked so hard on that tower, and it's so frustrating that it broke." Maybe you're in a loud, crowded store. You could say, "There are so many noises and people here, it feels like too much, doesn't it?" When you give them the words for their experience, you are giving them a priceless gift. You are teaching them how to eventually use their words instead of their hands or teeth. You are building the very pathways in their brain that will lead to self-control later on. This step proves you are on their team, ready to solve the problem together. Now that you've connected and set the boundary, it's time to teach. You have to give them a positive alternative. It's not enough to say, "Don't hit." You have to tell them what they can do with that big energy. This is called offering a do-over or a replacement behavior. You can say, "It's okay to be angry, but you can't hit your brother. If you feel like hitting, you can come hit this pillow. Let's try it. Show me how mad you are on this cushion." For biting, you might say, "I know you feel like biting right now. Teeth are not for people. Here is your chewy toy. You can bite this as hard as you need to." Other options could be stomping their feet, roaring like a lion, or ripping up a piece of paper. You are giving them a safe and appropriate outlet for their intense physical impulses. You're not trying to suppress the feeling. You are redirecting the expression of that feeling. This is practical, hands-on problem-solving that empowers them with tools they can actually use in the future. Let's talk about the invisible force at work here. It's called co-regulation, and it's the most powerful tool you have. Young children do not yet have the ability to calm themselves down. They cannot self-regulate. They borrow regulation from the calm adults around them. Think of yourself as the thermostat, not the thermometer. A thermometer just reflects the temperature in the room. A thermostat sets it. When your child's emotional temperature is boiling, you must be the one to lower it. You do this with your own body. As you are kneeling with them, consciously slow down your own breathing. Take a slow, deep breath in and a long, slow breath out. Your child's nervous system will unconsciously begin to mirror yours. Your calm literally becomes contagious. If you are tense, anxious, and angry, their system will stay on high alert. If you are calm, grounded, and present, you are providing a biological blueprint for them to follow back to a state of peace. This is not a fluffy idea. It's neuroscience. Your calm is the antidote to their chaos. So what do you do when the aggression is directed at you? Your child hits you and it hurts, both your body and your feelings. It is perfectly okay to acknowledge this honestly and simply. Your reaction here is a powerful lesson in setting personal boundaries. Resist the urge to yell or say, "You hurt mommy's feelings," which can induce shame. Instead, state a simple, factual boundary. Gently hold their hands and say, "Ouch, that hurt my arm. I won't let you hit me." Or if you're holding them, you might say, "I am going to put you down now to keep my body safe. We can have a hug when you are ready to use gentle hands." You are not withdrawing your love. You are not punishing them. You are simply and calmly protecting your own body. This teaches your child an invaluable lesson, that everyone has a right to physical safety, and that it's okay to create space when you feel unsafe, without anger or retaliation. You are modeling healthy self-respect, which is something you absolutely want them to learn. This method is most effective when you also practice during times of peace. You don't learn how to swim during a tsunami, and you don't learn emotional regulation in the middle of a meltdown. You have to do the training when everyone is calm and happy. Make talking about feelings a normal part of your day. Read books about anger, sadness, and frustration. You can use playtime to role-play. Get some stuffed animals and act out a scenario. For example, "Oh no, this teddy bear is so mad because the other bear took his block. What should he do? Should he hit? No, hitting hurts. Maybe he could stomp his feet. Let's stomp with him." By rehearsing these skills in a low-stakes, playful way, you are building muscle memory. You are giving your child a mental toolbox that they can access when real-life frustrations occur. This proactive teaching is just as important as your reactive response in the heat of the moment. It turns abstract concepts into concrete, practiced skills they can actually remember and use. Finally, I want you to zoom out and see the big picture. This method is not a magic trick that will stop every instance of hitting overnight. It is a long-term strategy for building emotional intelligence. Every single time you respond with connection instead of correction, with empathy instead of punishment, you are physically wiring your child's brain for a better future. You are teaching them that their feelings are valid, that they are capable of handling them, and that you will always be their safe harbor. You are not just stopping a negative behavior. You are building a foundation of emotional literacy, self-control, and empathy that will serve them for their entire life. You are raising a child who will one day become an adult, who can navigate conflict with grace, understand their own emotions, and have healthy, respectful relationships. This is the real goal. The hitting and biting is just a symptom. By focusing on the root cause, you are giving your child a gift that will last a lifetime. So let's recap the method. When the storm hits, number 1, get low and get present. Number 2, name the feeling with empathy. Number 3, hold the boundary with calm confidence. And number 4, teach them a better way to express that feeling. It's about connection before correction, always. I know this is hard. It takes immense patience, and it goes against how many of us were raised. You will not be perfect, and that is more than okay. Every single attempt you make to choose connection is a monumental win. You are a good parent, doing incredibly important work. You've got this. If this video gave you a new tool for your parenting toolbox, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a video. We're here to support you on this journey. And now, I'd love to hear from you. What is the most challenging behavior you're dealing with right now? Share it in the comments below. Let's support each other, because no one should have to do this alone.